Hello friends, my name's Antonio and welcome to Back at the Ranch. And after I posted my last hog video, or what's my hog gun, I was asked by someone, what's your deer gun? What's that one that you used in that one video? That would be this. That's a Christensen Arms MPP. Technically now it's a Christensen Arms SBR, right? So that is, I want to say it's a 12.5-inch carbon fiber barrel with a carbon fiber handguard, all aluminum chassis, chambered in 308. I did put a folding stock on there, and of course we've got my Nomad L, which is the same one that I use on my 300 Blackout, and I've got a Vortex Diamondback on here. So that is pretty much my setup for deer, and I use it for hogs too. So you can tell I've got a few boxes of ammo right here. So we got some Core-Lokt green tip right there, Remington. Got a couple different match grade Hornady. So we got the 308, 168 grain. We've got the this is also 168 grain, just a different bullet that's on there, different projectile. And we got the PowerPoint Winchesters, which are soft points, right? So like that one right there. And then I've got some Winchester match 308, which these shoot really well in this rifle. But what I've been using lately are these right here, which don't shoot as well, but they do good. So came out to the range today, and Pablo's here as well. He's over there with a couple of his rifles because he's going to be sighting in a new thermal that he picked up off of me. But I brought this because it's almost deer season, and I need to verify zero. So I'll be verifying zero with my Core-Lokt green tip. Got about maybe 5 or 6 rounds left of this box. So if I buy another box between now and then, I'm going to have to verify it one more time. But today I'm just going to take 1 or 2 shots just to verify zero. I'm going to save the other 3 for deer season because in theory I should only need 1, worst case scenario 2. But after that I'm going to shoot a couple of groups just to show you guys how well this pistol / SBR does with the rounds that I just showed you here. So let me get set up. I'm going to shoot zero. Unfortunately I've only got the one camera, so you're not going to be able to see the shots down there. So let me get to loading this up and get her sighted in. Well, all right, so we're going to be shooting the Core-Lokt up first, and again, this is the one I've been using for hunting. That's what I took the hog out in that video with Ramon a few weeks back. It's been about a month actually now I think about it. So if you haven't checked that one out, as usual, you can click right here, go check out the last time that I used this. But again, I'm just going to take 2 shots, maybe just 1. If it hits true with 1, I'm going to leave it as is, but I might shoot a second one just for fun. Once I get those 2 shot, I'm going to walk over there, show you exactly how it hit, where it hit. So hopefully this is all still zeroed right. I am at 50 yards. Let me adjust my parallax to 50. We're good. We're on safe. 1 in the chamber. Going hot. And here we go. I'm going for the middle bottom target. And go back to safe. Use this bag because my hand's moving too much. Go. And where do we hit? About a 1/2 inch high from where I was aiming. So I'm going to take 1 more just to see if that was cold bore shift, because that is the first shot I've taken out of this in about a month more or less. So got another one in the chamber. That one actually went left. So I'm saying the first one was shift, but I am actually zeroed for first shot. So the fact that the second shot went left is normal. Usually when I shoot groups with this, they shoot a little bit to the left and the first one shoots a little bit to the right, and that's right where I'm at. So let me walk over there and show you guys what we got. And again, we are at 50 yards, so it's not that long, and I normally would say downrange, but it's just Pablo and I, and he just put his firearm away, so we're good. It's been raining a lot and it's muddy, so no one's at the range. We've got the whole place to ourselves. We got a 200 yard, a 100 yard, a 50 yard, and a 25. I'm just going to use the 50. Maybe I'll take a couple at 100. We'll see. So 2 shots. We got about, I'd say it's about 1.5 inches, more or less, out of 2 shots, which pretty typical with that round. So that was my first shot right there, which is exactly where it typically hits on the first shot. After that, every shot after that will hit a little bit to the right, and I'll usually get about 1 inch group, more or less. And I said right, I meant to say left. So if I were to shoot a few more, I'd be over here. But as I mentioned earlier, I only have the 5 or 6 rounds. Actually, it's 5 because that mag only holds 5 rounds, so that means I've got 3 left. I want to save those for deer season because that's what I'm sighted in for right now. I want to go through the whole resighting and figuring out another round for deer season. So I'm going to shoot a couple of groups of 3, maybe 5, depending on how many rounds I've got of those other ones, and show you exactly how this Christensen groups those rounds. I will say this: it's a very finicky rifle. It only likes certain ammos, and I know one of these it's going to shoot well. The other 3, maybe not so much. We'll see. All right, I am all loaded up with the Winchester PowerPoint, and these are 180 grain. According to this, velocity is 2,620 feet per second, but that's not going to be accurate for this. It's going to be a lot slower out of this rifle. And again, I am going to call it a rifle because it's got the stock on it, and technically it's an SBR, right? So we are registered on this one. So let's get that ear pro on. And I decided I'm just going to go with 3 round groups because one of those boxes is kind of low, and we got another rifle we want to review for you guys as well. So we got 3 in the mag, going hot. So I am taking these from top left to the right, and then we're going to go to the bottom. So the order I'm shooting them in, we're going to count them 1, 2, 3 from top left to right, top to bottom. First one in the chamber, and again we're going with 3 on this one. And I'm not going to be allowing this to cool down between. I'm just going to shoot all 12. Again, we're doing 3 rounds, 4 different types of ammo, so 12 rounds in total. We're just shooting for groups here so we can see exactly what this pistol / SBR is capable of. So far we have about 2 inches more or less, which is about right for this ammo. We're already hot, safety's off. Yeah, about a 2-inch group more or less. So that last one hit right in between the first 2. All right, I'm gonna load up the next one and I'll be right back. All right, we are loaded up with that next one. So we're gonna go with a Hornady match. This is a 168 grain ELD match, right? So it's a nice, pretty red tip right there. So again, we're gonna go 3 to the second target, next over. Let me put these here. The PowerPoints, by the way, were a lead soft tip. More of a hunting round. This is a little bit, also a hunting round, but a little bit more precision. So, all right. Got the mag in. Let's set up for that first one. And going to the second target on the top. Here we go. Almost a dead bullseye with that one, and if I hit 2 more right there, who knows? I might switch to this one for hunting. Because I don't remember this one giving me a tight group, but who knows? You never know. All right, here we go. Next round. That one's about 1.5 inches above bullseye, so not bad. And again, the fact that we are at 50 yards, some people might say that's not very great. I agree, it's not great, because if you're shooting at 100 or higher, that's where you're going to split up a lot, right? But again, this is a short barrel, it's a pistol, it's not made for long distance precision. Keep that in mind. And that one's about 1 inch to the left. So we have about 1 inch, 1.5 inch group on that match Hornady. And let's go to the next one. All right, all loaded up. So again, we're going with a Hornady match, but this is also 168 grain, but this is a boat tail hollow point. So nice hollow point bullet, which is going to be actually the same as the last one we're going to do. So let's put these 3 in and see the group we get on this one. So we're going top right. About 1/2 inch below bullseye, not bad. And you would figure at 50 yards, all of these would be on bullseye, but we'll talk about that in a second. There we go, next round. Again, I am not letting this cool off between, I'm literally just loading up and going to the next round. Also about 1/2 inch, so far this one's giving us the best group. And we got one more to go. Here we go. Getting a little bit of a mirage off the suppressor now. It's warming up a bit. And I stacked that one on top of the second one. So far our best group is out of this baby right here. Again, those are the boat tail hollow points, 168 match Hornadys. So let me load up the last one. All right, so we're loaded up with the last one, and we've got the Winchester match 308. So this one and the last round actually have the same projectile. So you got the boat tail hollow point on there, 168 grain. Just a different brand, different load set. I've got these in my carry pouch because these are the ones I was using last year because they gave me the best groups. I decided to switch to something else because I wanted more expansion. If you guys didn't see my last deer hunt, this is the rifle that I used. This is the round that I used, and I didn't get a lot of expansion at 50 yards. So it basically passed right through, double lung shot, and I don't know, it ran about 150 yards. So that deer ran quite a bit.
That was 45, by the way.
That was 45, yeah. So that's the name of the deer. That's 45. So I'm switching. I'm looking for something that'll give me much better groups that will expand better. I could go with those soft points. I mean, they're going to give me a good group, but I really want tight groups in case I decide to shoot it at 100 or more. This would be the one really, and the last one that I just shot. I'm going to go bottom left now with this last round, then we'll go look at our group. All right, here we go. Bottom left target, last 3 rounds. Half an inch to the left. Maybe less. Let's have about half an inch below the first one. And that one looks like it may have stacked, so almost identical to the last group actually. Let's go take a look. Clear? Downrange? Are you gonna go staple them up?
Yeah, I'm gonna staple 2 ice bags there at 50 and then 2 at 100.
You got it, man. Don't forget the stapler. So Pablo brought some Ziplocs with ice because he's gonna be sighting in that thermal. So the best way to sight with thermal is use cold or hot. So he'll be using a cold target at 50 to sight in, and then he's gonna zero it in at 100 because his typical shooting is at 100. So if you'd like to check that out, tune in next week because that video is coming next. Maybe not next, but soon. Oh, my feet are getting heavy in this mud. Just stickiness. All right, so we're gonna start from top left, which is where we shot the first round. So that was the first group. So we're looking at about, I'd say, almost 2 inches, 1.75 inches maybe, right there. Then we come over here, almost about the same, 1.75 inches. I'd say, I said 2/4, 3/4. I'd say that's, yeah, about 1.5 inches more or less. That one surprised me. I don't remember this round giving me that tight of group at 50. That's about a 1/2 inch group right there, maybe a little over a 1/2 inch. So at 100 yards, that would probably give me about 1.5 inches more or less, which is not bad for hunting. Then we've got the one I tell you would do the best. So that's about my thumb right there. So you're talking about 1/2 inch more or less. That is a great group, a group that I would love to have on something that expands better, because that is a hollow point, but unfortunately that hollow point, I want to put it up here. Okay, that'll work. Unfortunately that hollow point doesn't expand very well in this pistol. I don't get enough velocity out of it. But then again, for reference, there's the first two. That's what I'm using right now, which is fine for hunting. You know, I don't need 1/2 inch groups, 1/4 inch groups for hunting. That right there will knock down any deer at 50 yards, easy. So that's why I'm using this round. Again, not the best groups, but it's gonna get the job done. Now the cool thing is that the suppressor that he's about to sight in with these, we made a trade. So I traded one of my thermal suppressors for some of his reloading equipment. He's gonna give me some lessons on reloading. And once I learn how to reload, we're gonna tighten up these groups. That's gonna be my focus. So unfortunately, I can't show that on YouTube, but who knows, maybe I'll put that over on my Rumble channel, which I am on Rumble back at the ranch, STX. But all the videos are the same thus far. I haven't made any changes. I prefer that you watch videos on YouTube, but if there's stuff I'm not allowed to post on YouTube, I'll jump over to Rumble. So that's how the Christensen does. That is my deer rifle currently. And I say currently because there's another one I've had my eye on that Ramon actually just picked up. So I was kind of hoping he would make it out here today so we could do a review of his. But we'll talk about that one on another video. Let me know what you guys think. You know, it's is it worth the money for hunting at 100 yards or more? Probably not. But it's a fun gun, you know. So it is quite of a pricey gun for what it is and for what it does. But I think once I dial that in, that's gonna be great. I got it because it's lightweight, it folds down, fits in my backpack, and it's not too long when I put that suppressor in there. So for being in a blind, perfect size. It's actually smaller than an AR platform. So that's my deer gun. Let me know what you think. Leave it in the comments below. What would you like to see? You want me to do something different with it? You want me to review other firearms maybe that I have? Let me know. I'd appreciate it. And thanks for hanging out. And I'll see you next time. I'm back at the ranch. Let's go sight in that thermal.